I was just prompted, I think it was Natty, I just saw a quote online, James Baldwin quote that I really liked back in the day. Something about, if I'm a lover, if I love you, I have to make you conscious of the things you don't see. And when we have unconditional love for ourselves, first and foremost, and for the other, or those we choose to be in connection with and have in our radius auric field, because, can't allow everybody in. I think it's just that internal knowing that love is always the answer. We can't control or convince or change anything, but with love, it isn't comfortable. With love, it's triggering, and with love, it is seeing things from the other perspective. Oftentimes, the part of ourselves that has not been healed, or part of ourselves that has been we've delayed confronting, or part of ourselves that runs back into karmic toxic cycles, which is, part of the human experience. And time is an illusion, so when we want to rush things, it never works out in our favour. We end up stumbling or misunderstanding the situation, and I think I'm just 48 hours deep in a liquid fast, going slowly because I've come off moon time and waited a couple of days to rebuild my body, and it's colder in the UK. The last couple of fasts I was doing in summer, and anyway, I'm just going slow. Probably will only go till tomorrow, but it's teas and liquids, and a bonus smoothie if my body needs it, because I'm doing some walking. And I think it's just really slows down the system, brings me back to a place of comfort and stillness, because we're resting the organs and resting the body. And everybody will have their own interpretation of how we fast. Purely water fast or dry fast. Dry fast I've not reached yet. I'm not sure. For me, without water at present, in where I'm at in my journey, my body will slap me violently if I don't have water. But I think the main point is coming back and hearing ourselves when we're in this state of meditation or fasting or training or whatever, is to go slow and be mindful that anything that we try to force never works out in our favour, as I said. And it's always going to be interesting, human relationships, how they evolve, especially at a time like now when everybody is checking themselves, everybody's looking at themselves, because so many people are ascending and accelerating at vastly non-human rates, that it makes us reflect. And obviously initially we get the triggering and maybe the jealousy or the comparative, but the more that we go in on our journeys, we realise there is no one else to compete with but ourselves. We want to be a better version of ourselves than we were yesterday, and that doesn't always end up in a continual up pattern, because this is, well, some people don't believe it, but spiral path or not, is that for me, many of us, it all comes as cycles. And I'm really grateful for the light that is coming through right now, because I've definitely had a shift of deading certain toxic karmic cycles in my life that took me a long time to pull myself out of. And I guess as I'm in a space where we're going into darkness, it's getting darker earlier, so there's a period of a hibernation, and it's getting colder and things are slowing down, and I'm trusting that this new shift of me being more disciplined and listening deeper to myself and to spirit is that it's all about integration, and so that when the season changes and the sun comes out again, is that we can come with more lioness, lion force, solar plexus energy, really having all of that karmic stuff dissipated, dissolved, deaded, because it's not in our highest interest. And for me, there's been some internal cogs in my brain. Okay, Lee Scratch Perry. Sorry. Cogs that are changed. Oh my gosh, I don't know whether this is, yeah, that's strange. It's coming through really, really strong. So anyway, when the cogs change in our brain, it's like a new pair of eyes. It's like reawakening. It's like, every breath is a new day. Every new day is a new opportunity. But when we really see like the shift happen and the desire to be better, because there's certain letters, certain things that I've written to myself in meditation and ceremony or whatever recently, that the words have really resonated. Like, it's almost when you free, like when you meditate and you free channel after you meditate, and you just close your eyes and you go with whatever comes out words wise. Obviously sometimes that's paintings as well, or symbols, however we're connecting with higher realms at the minute, because there's a lot coming through. Is we are just allowing words to come from higher self and higher guidance. So there's some things that I've written down recently that I've like totally, it's really weird. It's been this whole awakening of now's the time. Like, why? But when we're not ready, it's not the time. Like, there is always a right time. And I don't believe in the concept of right and wrong, but alignment. And this little nugget that I wrote down or whatever, and we can't share everything, because this is personal to me and my journey and my evolutionary phases and my growth and where I'm at, find myself as who I am in the world, in the universe, has helped me to realise that I fell asleep on myself again. So now I've reawoken and decided that I'm not putting up with certain things, and I know what I deserve, and this is just treatment of self. So anyway, the main thing is that when somebody else offers a mirror, and I'm obviously in somebody else's quarters, I'm nomadic, so I'm observing the other quite frequently, and have had some very profound mirrors recently to show me where I may like to evolve and adapt to suit my betterment, to suit myself. And it's not a right or wrong, it's just the choice. Do we want to evolve, or do we want to repeat? And I'm really grateful for that learning. It's a lot of learning. It's heavy, it's a lot, but there is so much learning at the minute. So at some point I'm going to want to party. I think I'm going to want to dance. I'm going to want to, move up the hermit space, because we can only do so much learning. We've got to live and, in and out, living, learning. Obviously we learn continually, but it's also not always as focused when we're in hermit mode. Like, I'm very, very particular when I'm in hermit mode of what I allow around me, but then when I'm ready, I emerge from the chrysalis. So happy days.